وما عند الله خير وأبقى للذين آمنوا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون والذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش وإذا ما غضبوا هم يغفرون والذين استجابوا لربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأمرهم شورى بينهم ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Surah Shoora, last night we had read that whatever we have, whatever we get in this world of the material things, they are all a means to get by in this world. And what Allah has in store for people, that is much better and permanent. And it is that which Allah has in store, it is only for people who have brought faith and then some conditions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made. So the understanding is that there is three levels of getting into Jannah or getting the treasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that are in store. One is the basic condition, the basic level, which is alladhina amanu, which is that if somebody does not have faith, then they are not going to get anything in the hereafter. Only punishment, only sorrows, only hellfire. The minimum required condition to enter Jannah at some point is having La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah at the time of death. If they have faith, then ultimately they will enter into Jannah. If they have sins in their account, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will either forgive them and make them enter into Jannah without any reckoning, any punishment, or they will be put into the hellfire first, they will be burnt, they will cover the punishment for a certain duration for the things that they used to do, but because of their faith they will ultimately be brought out of the hellfire. That's the minimum thing. Then the second is, if somebody dies in such a way that they have faith and because they kept repenting, everybody is a sinner, but because they kept repenting, they died in such a state that they did not have any sins in their account, which is how we should be, that we keep on repenting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over our sins and trying to stay away from sins as much as possible, so that when we die our account is clear, we do not have any bad deeds, a burden of bad deeds. Then such people will enter into Jannah right away. There will be no punishment, Allah will send them into Jannah right away. Then among the people who are in Jannah, those who are of better akhlaq, those who have more good deeds, based on that, this is the third level, that their levels will keep on increasing. And according to the good deeds, however many nawafil, however many ibadat, however many sadaqat they have, they will be higher and higher and higher based on that, relative to that. So these conditions, the first one mentioned is Iman, and then all the other conditions, they are how to increase your levels in Jannah. The first one we talked about after Iman, Tawakkul, we talked about it last night, that it is relying in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in our use of means bearing fruit. That whatever we try to do, we place our trust in Allah in that bearing fruit. وَالَّذِينَ يَجْتَنِبُونَ كَبَائِرَ الْإِثْمِ وَالْفَوَاحِشَ. And these people are such that they stay away from kaba'ir, from major sins. And among them especially wal-fawahish. This is the style of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that sometimes he mentions the big category, and then something that is very of particular importance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from among that category mentions it separately. So here it is, yajtanibuna kaba'ir al-ithm, major sins. What are major sins? Essentially, simple understanding is that whatever you consider sin these days, it is a major sin. Minor sins are those things that are against the sunnah. Somebody does something consciously against the sunnah, then that is a minor sin. But otherwise, the things that we consider sin, lying, zina, backbiting, anger, hitting people, usurping, killing, all of these things that we consider sin, basically, they are all major sins. So these people, they stay away from major sins, particularly among those fawahish. What are fawahish? Fawahish are two things. One, the precursors to zina. the precursors to vulgarity and adultery and fornication. Everything, be it related to our sight, be it related to seeing or showing, be it related to thinking, be it related to the things that we do with any of our body parts, if they lead to zina, if they are such an act that they are going to lead to acts, they generally lead to the acts of immodesty and vulgarity, fornication and adultery, they are called fawahish. Second kind of fawahish are those which are major sins committed openly and daringly. So fawahish are of two kinds. One, that are antecedents to zina, and second, those that are, they may not be precursors or antecedents to zina, but they are major sins committed openly and daringly. For example, somebody kills, and not by mistake, but he does it openly. He backbites people and he does it openly and daringly. He lies and he does it openly and daringly, then that will be also considered fawahish. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these people stay away from major sins, particularly among the major sins, they stay away from fawahish. وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. And unlike other people, a special quality of these people of Jannah is that when they are provoked, when they are angry, rather than executing their anger, they forgive. So unlike most people, they forgive in a state of anger. They are such special people that for the sake of getting reward from Allah, instead of bringing out their anger and doing whatever is within their control. Now there is two situations related to anger. One is that a person is weak and they are not able to do anything. This does not apply to those people. This applies to those people who are able to do, it is within their power that they can do something, that they can take their revenge, or when they are angry they can show their anger, and still in that state they choose to forgive. This is not an easy thing to do. So, and the Prophet ﷺ has said that the best of the drinks, the best of the things that a person suppresses and takes down their throat, this is their anger, that is their anger. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم اللهم اجعلنا من أهل القرآن الذين هم أهلك وخاصتك وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.